kind of hard to think about Paris and not automatically picture the Eiffel Tower. Unless you're a local, and then you're like, oh no, Eiffel Tower, Mona Lisa, Notre Dame, that's all they want to see, it's just for tourists. Today we're going to go ahead and be those tourists.
Today I'm going to tell you about all the basics, all that stuff that you just got to get out of the way that every tourist wants to see when they come to Paris. So we got the Eiffel Tower, we got the Trocadero, which we're already there. And so follow me and welcome to Paris.
So I don't know if you'd call this like a guide for basic tourism. That sounds kind of wrong, or like cliche tour. No, that's even worse. But whatever you want to call it, the first thing on the list is going to be the Eiffel Tower.
And I'll tell you right off the bat, it's not silver. So many Americans tell me that they think it's silver, and it's not. It's kind of like bronze-ish, but it's beautiful.
What? I'm American. I never thought that.
So you can get to the Eiffel Tower directly, but I always find it so much more charming to start at the Trocadero.
This is a big monument right in front of the Eiffel Tower. You got some beautiful naked, well, not so beautiful, but you got some nice statues all around. You've got museums on each side.
It is pretty much crowded all the time, but you got a beautiful view of the Eiffel Tower. You can take selfies in front of the fountains. I think it's well worth it. If you want nobody there, come at dawn. It's about the only time when it's empty. I would also say come at night, even though it's crowded, but then you can at least see the Eiffel Tower lit up. If you want to do the activities though, you gotta come during the day.
And my most favorite thing, you see every tourist doing everything from weddings to, I guess this is a runway, I don't know, something like that. But it's a lot of fun. They have a lot of little things to eat, and there's parks for kids.
All right, we're gonna put our phones down now and make our way to the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, the camera.
Get out of my confessional. So we're waiting for the Eiffel Tower. I don't like lines. Get here at 9 a.m. because they open at 9:30 during the week. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck for a 2 to 3 hour wait just to get a ticket. Oh, or reserve online, but I don't do that because I don't think ahead.
Now, it does take a while to get all the way to the top, but the tower's made up of 3 floors, and the first 2 have plenty of activities, which is great if you're like our friend Nicky, very easily bored. Each floor is going to have shopping, it's going to have restaurants, restrooms, and interactive activities. Oh my gosh, is that a bottle? Wow, okay, the second floor has an observation deck. It's also got the Jules Verne, which is a Michelin-starred restaurant. I do not know how she got that in here. Okay, moving on. I was going to say moving along, but really moving on up is fitting here, yes. So we finally made it to the top of the Eiffel Tower. You got a beautiful view. It does get cold up here though, so please bring a hat. Don't be like me. I got a scarf though, and just know though, when you take a picture up here, you're not going to have the Eiffel Tower in your view of Paris because you're on it. So you might want to check out a few of these other views. I know, silly disclaimer, but a lot of people expect the Eiffel Tower on their view of Paris, so, you know.
If you are like me and don't really care for a view, because you are a view, you can come out here and have yourself a nice cocktail. And if you don't want to pay the French prices, you can just be like me, bring your own.
Okay, thank you for that. So I've been coming to this place now for quite a few years, and it never changes. You know pretty much exactly what to expect. You're gonna find naughty souvenirs. You're gonna pretty much the same food stands. Of course, there's normal souvenirs, and oh hey, tourists doing dirty selfies. Maybe that's just me. No, but really, expect lots of selfies. But other than the fountain being off when it's cold and the Eiffel Tower twinkling in the evenings, this place is pretty consistent. It's like it's frozen in time, and I love that. Okay, so number 2 on our list, you're probably thinking it's something like Notre Dame, but I'm gonna go rogue on this one, and I'm gonna tell you why number 2 should be bateau mouche. I could get used to this. Now, if you only have like one day or very limited time in Paris, this is a necessity.
What? No, shouldn't it be the Mona Lisa?
While you're here in Trocadero and the 16th, you've gotta do this. It's my favorite thing. If you have like 2 hours in Paris and that's it, get on the bateau mouche because you're gonna see the most out of everything.
Well, I mean, it's kind of logical. Everyone wants to see the Eiffel Tower. Everyone wants to see the Mona Lisa.
So now, second on our list, Mona Lisa.
Yay!
Yeah, she's pretty tiny, but everybody wants to see her. She's at the Louvre, but I gotta say, don't go there just for her. You'll be kind of disappointed. No, the Louvre has so many other things to offer, so we can't cover that in a video about the basics. We'll save that talk for another time. Now back on to, I guess now number 3. Bateau mouches, or what the French call their river cruises. These take place on the Seine, and you get to sip some champagne, you get to see a lot of sights. You can go day or night. It's relaxing, they have snacks, you can always pay for more drinks. Did I mention drinks? Yes, I think I mentioned too many drinks. And you see pretty much all the big sights in 1 hour in Paris, which is why it's on this list, because you see so much for so little in such a little amount of time. So this river goes throughout all of Paris, and actually in the summer they put sand next to it and they call it Paris plage, Paris beach. Looks more like Paris litter box. Now I'm playing. Well, Paris does need to actually clean up its streets. It's usually about 15 euros, or you can spend about 21 euros and you can get it with champagne, or whatever else you want to drink. At night you do see things lit up, so that is a nice plus. It makes a really good date night. Now let's take a little interlude and look at some of the things you can see on these beautiful, relaxing, drinking bateau mouche tours. I'm gonna be quiet and let's just roll.
All right, I know this is a selfie generation, but there are so many sights to see on the Bateau Mouche. This is like all of the sights in Paris you want to see in your 1 hour ride on the Bateau Mouche. So please, be this guy, or even be this guy. Just don't be this guy.
Ouch! Okay, come on, in all fairness, I did more than just post selfies of myself with champagne. Oh wow, rock climbing. That's cool. And look, Notre Dame, which is fitting because we're about to talk about that. But first, here's a little tip, or as the French would say, a recommandation. If you're doing bateau mouche, trust me, if you're like me, you're gonna have a few of these, then hit up the bateau mouche bars next door. Yes, that is a thing. Have a few more. I wouldn't really tackle the metro right after if it's your first time in Paris. I would call my friend Uber, or Uber. That was a total bad dad joke. Uber's all over Paris, trust me. You can figure out the metro when you're sober. All right, on to the next. Come on, Nick, hit us.
All right, number 4 is Disneyland Paris. Just kidding. Number 4 is Notre Dame.
So, there's a chance that Notre Dame is still closed by the time you're watching this. She caught fire in 2019. She is set to reopen sometime in 2024.
Notre Dame is a beautiful Gothic cathedral. It was built in 1163 and gets on average about 12 million visitors per year.
Okay. I know it sounds like I'm reading from a book. It's because I am. All right, let's have a look at Notre Dame.
Notre Dame is free to enter, though you will have to go through a long line. Most of you are already kind of familiar with Notre Dame, having grown up watching The Hunchback of Notre Dame. No, the gargoyles don't actually talk, but the architecture is thoroughly impressive. It will blow you away. Now remember, it is a church, so there most likely is going to be several services throughout the day, so please be respectful. Most people don't know there's a second floor to Notre Dame. It offers a fantastic view of Paris. There is an extra fee, but it's totally worth it to see all of Paris or to just see tourists acting funny.
Come here, okay, this is something I want to show you guys. Not the tourists, and not the Christmas tree, but right under it is point zero. Every street starts from here in Paris, right in front of Notre Dame. Unfortunately, you can't see it right now, but if you come back in the spring or autumn or any other time that Santa hasn't put this tree here to cover it up, check it out.
J'ai faim.
One of my favorite places to eat, if you're looking for something touristy, is Brasserie Esmeralda. This is actually right next to Notre Dame, so of course it's comically named after the beautiful gypsy in the story, and this is where I would recommend if you just want a perfect tourist experience, with sometimes some bad service, but amazing food, nice wine, and these are the best crepes. Well, not the best, but they're amazing crepes in Paris. I got one with chicken, my friend got one with ham and cheese.
Bon appétit.
And we're just gonna have a really good time. Maybe we might even see some hunchbacks, you never know. That was horrible. Okay, no more dad jokes, I promise.
And then the last one on our list is kind of surprising, but it's Jim Morrison's grave. For some reason, that's on every American's list.
What? No.
Trust me, I know, I was shocked. But I've had so many people ask me about it, or at least I used to. I don't know really about Gen Z. Anyways, it's at the Cimetière du Père Lachaise. They do have a map, but it's pretty hard to navigate. So I would go ahead and Google it and find the location that way. I don't know, maybe Nick and Nicky are right. Maybe this one was a little outdated. Let's check in with a few strangers at the Trocadero and see if our list measures up to theirs.
So I'm here with Wendy, and is this your first day in Paris?
Actually, it's my third day in Paris.
But first time, right?
First time visitor, yes.
Okay, so what are your top 5 things you want to see right off the bat?
Okay. The Christian Louboutin store, the Notre Dame, okay, the Eiffel Tower, the Seine, and also the Louvre.
The Christian Louboutin store, that's the first time I've heard that. I love it, that's awesome. What about Jim Morrison's grave?
I'll put that on my list to see.
Okay, I'm here with Adriana, and is it your first time in Paris?
My first time.
Live up to your expectations.
And more.
That's awesome, that's what we want to hear. So what were your top 5 things you wanted to see in Paris?
The Eiffel Tower, we're here right now. And then I think the Louvre. Those are my top 2. I think I was just excited to see the streets of Paris and the storefronts because I love design and architecture, so that was my favorite part.
Cool, so I'm guessing you saw the Champs-Élysées already? No? Okay. The biggest shopping street in the world. All right, I'm here with Ben. It's his first time in Paris. What are your top 5 locations you want to see in Paris?
Top 5, I mean, Eiffel Tower, gotta do that. The Notre Dame Cathedral, I think it's called. It's super big, has great artwork there. Let's see what else. I'm really big on just like exploring, not really having like a set like schedule with to go to. So just just go out to the city and just check out like what looks cool and kind of like wanderlusting a little bit.
What about Jim Morrison's grave?
I haven't seen it.
Now, tell you about the perfect souvenir out of these top 5 basics. But who's kidding? I am the souvenir.
Alrighty, so today we showed you some of the basics. Can't wait to show you the rest. Follow along and make sure to subscribe at the bottom of the page. Thank you from me, Nick, and wait, where's Nicky? Nicky? Nicky!
It broke.